It's basically just it's open season. I'm the Demon, and we're here with DJ Kryme Won, most known for, DMC Champion, EDP, DJing for pretty much every single person in Hamilton at one point or another, basically becoming the house DJ for Steel Gold at one point.
Some
stuff, a lot of stuff. Thanks for doing this.
No problem.
Right off the bat, when were you first introduced to a scene here in Hamilton for hip hop?
Like, it kind of all starts probably for a lot of people within the cut, just growing up in the 90s, listening to hip hop, watching it kind of change into something that I didn't like, and finding out about college radio, playing underground music. Then you find out there's the local station.
Yeah.
You start listening to that. Then once in a while, they would play something from a local artist, and kind of find out about it through that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I found out about it. How I got started, I just one day I got some turntables and I started DJing. I knew some people that kind of did stuff, and it just kind of went from there. They started doing shows, so I kind of got down being a part of it, and then met people through the scene.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of blossomed,
Yeah. What was the first crew you would say you were kind of a part of? Did you guys have a name or
crew?
Yeah.
Not really until I linked up with Vision and then started doing DLO and New North.
Yeah.
There was people that I did stuff with, but there was no like crew that really did anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, New North was the first
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as actually doing things, you know what I mean? There of course with everybody there's me and my buddy are gonna do something, and you start working on stuff and then it all fizzles out, or it's all talk or some shit like that. We got a cool name but we don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of just basement artist kind of thing, right? Yeah. That's cool. So for Hamilton itself, you've been active here now for many years. How many years would you say you've been active now? Is it roughly
2000? Since 2002, I think I started doing
so roughly
shows,
20
probably.
years. Yeah.
Close to it, yeah.
Okay. So since
I've been DJing almost 20 years.
Okay. So from then till now, how do you feel the scene has changed?
I don't think it's really changed that much. It kind of goes through waves. I mean, you've seen it, the wave of when Steel Gold was happening, there was all this stuff going on, and then it died down.
Yeah.
And then it came back, and right now it's died down.
Right.
From the moment I started, it kind of did that.
Right.
So like I just said, 2 waves of it, but I experienced 4 waves of it before that.
Right. What were the kind of waves? So were they all basically similar though?
Yeah, pretty much. There was a bunch of people doing stuff, and then everyone kind of fizzled out, and then there was nothing, and then there not that there was nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just speaking of the scene that I am a part of and that I have my eyes on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
there's
more than one sort of hip hop scene in Hamilton. You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
I can only speak on the one that I know a lot about.
Right.
So yeah, so it was people doing stuff, and then it fizzled out, and then some people would maybe be working on stuff and come back, and then there'd be some new people.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people would start doing stuff, and then it would fizzle out, and it would just kind of go in a cycle. Way.
I remember actually during the Steel Gold era, Craze mentioned something to me. It was because he's experienced a few different waves as well.
Yeah, man, he's been doing it. He's been part of the scene since the mid-90s.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's got way more perspective than I do.
So I remember him saying something specific was he was during Steel Gold, he was interested to see who was going to still be in the scene 5 years from now. And it almost he was predicting that this dip that we were gonna have.
Because he's
seen it before, and it wasn't until years later that I'm I still remember him saying that. And I'm holy shit, man, this guy is a prophet somehow. He's he's seen it. He's seen
smart
it.
as shit.
Man. Going back to yourself now, I asked a couple of DJs this, and I'm realizing it might be a little bit different for DJs, but do you feel that the part of Hamilton that you grew up in influenced the approach to music that you have, or the style that you have?
No, not at all.
No?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Each DJ has immediately said that, but like, what was what do you feel like was the like, who was the style you were kind of like, I guess, influenced by most?
Oh man, I don't think there was one specific kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
just based on what I listened to. Like I said, like around 98, 99, that was kind of when the jiggy era kind of started, right? But
Yeah.
like I was still young, you know. I was a teenager at the time. It's not like I was people around me were calling it the jiggy era and like super conscious of it. I just
Yeah.
noticed for myself like something's kind of changing here that I'm not too keen on what's happening, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all these new guys coming out. I'm not. Ludacris comes out.
The beats
DMX
just
comes out. You know what I
were
mean?
weird. Yeah.
Swiss Beats was all over the place, and I just didn't like it.
John
when
Blaze. Yeah.
it kind of part of it was finding out like back in the day in the Source, they used to have this like one-page thing where they show independent artists, right? And
Yeah,
I never really paid it no attention until I started seeing people that like had a record in 1994 and then went away, and I thought they just like stopped doing music, and then I'd see like, oh no, they got a new album coming out, they're just not on some label where I can find it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like that kind of made me focus on that type of hip hop, the quote unquote underground.
Right.
And that I get that's what made me want to make, I guess, that type of hip hop.
Right. The
You know what I mean?
hardcore underground kind
it
of.
it wasn't necessarily like hardcore, but like just the non-jiggy kind of sound, whether it be soulful, whether it be boom bap, whether it be, you know, anything.
Which would have been the wave that was, I mean, it was underground at that time, but was following, going to be coming out soon.
Yeah, but it kind of had a certain sound too,
Yeah.
right? To like the term underground is
It
thrown
it
around
changes,
kind
yeah,
of weird
depending
shit.
on what time
it's a
of
sound,
area you're in,
right?
yeah.
Like Wu-Tang sound, I guess, would be considered underground, but like, you know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
most recognizable logo. My mom knows a Wu-Tang symbol when she sees it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they're not exactly underground.
No. Oh God, no. Yeah. Kind of the like, I guess the main big questions that I ask some people, you know, a hot topic right now is Hamilton's scene and what some people seem to feel is lacking. Do you feel like Hamilton's hip hop scene right now is definitely lacking something?
It's lacking people being active. I mean, that's no secret, but it's also lacking venues. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a show of a random Friday show of, you know, 5 local rappers is gonna bring in enough people to fill absent.
Exactly.
Know? So like the medium, smaller size venues are pretty much all gone now.
Yeah.
So like that's going to be a big deal moving forward.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
We haven't really, like, now that This Ain't Hollywood's going to be gone by the time we can do shows again.
Shaolin's
we don't
gone
know.
too.
Yeah, Shaolin too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was a perfect.
That
slot,
was our yeah.
You know. So that's what it's lacking.
Yeah.
I think people need to work together more.
Yeah.
Too, you know, but yeah. Other than that, I can't really say what it's lacking.
Do you think the scene could exist, like outside of just the downtown core when it comes to venues?
I mean, it could, but it wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it could, but
Yeah.
like.
We've seen that happen, right?
Yeah.
With
it's
with
been
building
tried.
bridges,
Yeah.
it was a good attempt, and there was some decent nights, but yeah, no, it's definitely.
People don't want to like come. You're talking about out here, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. East End. No, nobody wants to come out to the East End. No.
Yeah.
Or up the mountain even, and that's even more of a, like, if you're from downtown, it seems like it's more of a pain in the ass to go to the mountain even too.
But don't like Burns and those guys have like shows like up by like Parkdale or some shit like that?
I'm not sure. I'd be interested to know if he is. I've always wanted to try to bring some shows out here and in Stony Creek, and because I feel like there is a whole market that's just completely being overlooked here in the city. But for the same reason that we could do something out there, would be the same reason the people downtown now wouldn't come out to the show. And really, I guess the argument is, well, that's downtown is where all the entertainment is.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is people are willing to even if they're not from downtown or like close to it, they're willing to go downtown because like once you go out to go to a rap show, there's a bunch of other shit you can do. You can go get food,
Exactly.
you can go to the next spot,
Yeah.
You probably know someone who lives around the corner.
Exactly,
All kinds
right?
of shit you can do.
Yeah, it's more of a hub than, the East End would have to build itself up to be something like that in order for it to even work. Yeah, no, I figured I'd ask the one other East Ender that question. But
I wish. I mean,
I know. Hey,
it was good. It was good before when I could like walk to places.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, awesome, man. Thank you very much for doing this. I appreciate it. If you have any like online plugs that you want to give, any projects that you're working on coming up.
I can't. I'm not supposed to say this shit though.
Oh no. Oh
yeah,
well.
I mean, by the time this goes up, the stuff might be.
Yeah.
When are you putting this out?
Oh, this won't be out for a little while.
Oh,
You can totally promote all the things that are coming out, and I can like edit this little part that I'm saying right now.
Okay, well, by the time this comes out, there'll be a new Lee Reed EP.
Yeah.
Out called Murder Hornet Landlord. I'm pretty sure is what it's gonna be called, and then another EP from the Rhyme Think crew. That should be out at the same time too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the like fuck the police.
Yeah,
mixtape.
it's all pretty much fuck the police kind of songs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Me and Lee did too.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. And and where can people reach you online? You're also?
I don't really fuck with social media anymore.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So.
Made me a much happier person.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you want to find Kryme, you'll just have to look in the streets.
Look in the shadows.
Yeah, look in the shadows. There you go. You'll see him with his hat and his brim real low. All right, man. Thank you very much once again. And peace.
Loving reggae, fuck y'all.